Hey guys, welcome back to Set Streets and Eats. I'm Chris Bauer. I am in Manitou Springs, Colorado. I'm pretty excited about today. I'm going to do something I haven't got to do ever. I've been past a couple of times, but never got to go up it, and that is visit Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak is America's mountain. It is right here outside of Colorado Springs, and I'm going to take the railway, the COG railway, up to the summit. And they have limited parking at the depot, so right here in town they have 4 different parking lots that you can park at for a small fee. And then there's a free shuttle service that picks you up at the town clock and takes you to the train depot. And that's where we're heading right now.
So standing room only.
Alrighty, that's all right. Excuse me. So I'm waiting for my train. The 1240 is about to leave. I'm on the 120, so I'm early, which is good. We are going to be, you can't really see Pikes Peak from here, but we're going to be going on up. I think the train is a 3-car train, and it takes about an hour and 15, maybe hour and 20 minutes one way, and then you're at the summit for 30 minutes, and then you come back down. So should be very interesting. I'm pretty excited to see it. So we are just about to leave the station here at the bottom, heading up to the summit of Pikes Peak. I'm on the COG railway. The COG railway has been taking people to the top since 1891, which is quite a span of time. I don't know how much it was in 1891 per person, but it's gone up quite a bit, because the fare for this ride is $58 per person, and it is a 3.5-hour train ride, so I guess in that way you could say it's worth it.
Close those doors, and once
Here we go.
everybody's in their seats, we can get going.
son of a gun hill. There's a bee on the window right there. Near the top. I hope he don't get me. He's going to get me.
It might interest you to know that there was actually a hotel operating here at the head of Engelman Canyon for about 34 years. In 1880, it opened up as a humble one-room log cabin. The hikers that kept stopping by for lunch, so the owner went into business. When the Causeway opened, business really started to boom. So he expanded to 15 guests. Would you all like to sing America the Beautiful with me? Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains majesty, upon the rooted plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Good job, everyone.
So down on the road behind me, you can sort of see the road going. I know the wind's really bad, sorry. That is a part of the Pikes Peak Highway. Back in 1916, there was a mayor down in Manitou Springs or Colorado Springs, can't remember which. But he realized that Pikes Peak was quite a draw for tourism. And a lot of people, it had gotten its name, America's a Mountain, and a lot of people decided they like to come here for vacation. So he wanted to start having events that would draw people, and he started the Race to the Clouds, the Pikes Peak Great Race, which goes from, I believe the course is 19 miles long, from not quite the base, but near the base, all the way up to here. It started in 1916, and it still goes today. It's the second largest, or second oldest race in American, or actually it might be world history. I could be wrong. I'll put it at the screen if I'm wrong. Either way, many great racers have done that race, and the very first racer that made it from the bottom all the way up to the top did it in just over 20 minutes. And it's got over 150 hairpin turns on it, so it's quite a feat. But back in 2018, a Frenchman redid or built a Volkswagen electric car, and he broke the 8-minute record. He was doing over 200 miles an hour in the straightaways and 90 miles an hour in those hairpin turns. There's a hairpin turn right down there. We've seen cars going around at about 5 miles an hour. It's quite treacherous. To imagine someone doing 90 miles an hour around that is insane. But he did it in 7 minutes and 56 seconds. So you can see in over 100 years that race has had quite a legacy. And it happens still to this day, every August. In the cafe inside the visitor center, they're famous for their cinnamon covered and chocolate covered or fudge covered donuts. They fry them right here. I only had about 20 minutes. If I had driven, I probably would get some. And but I don't have that much time before the train goes back down, so I'm gonna skip the line for the donuts. I'm definitely trying to take it easy, but the air is super thin up here. So I'm definitely short of breath. And really, I shouldn't be. It's just walking flat. I'm sure some of it's being out of shape, but I think other parts has to do with very thin air. So in 1893, I forget the lady's name, I'll put it at the bottom, but she traveled by carriage up the carriage road that used to go to the summit. And she was so taken with the beauty of it, she went home and wrote a poem, which was later laid to music, a very common tune, and that was America's the Beautiful. The specific line, "O purple's mountain majesties above the fruitful plain." Fruitful plain? I'll put it there if that's wrong. Anyway, that's talking about Pikes Peak. So it's very much a part of American history and the beauty of the Rocky Mountains. It's very pretty. Very awesome. The big chipmunk. Well, that was quite entertaining. So now we're going to head back out to catch the bus back to where I parked. And that'll be that. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Set Streets and Eats. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye now.